सिर्फ डीडी नेशनल पर। Those who have used radio would be familiar with this bus.
This is uniform 2, Mike uniform Echo, calling Victor uniform to Tango Charlie Tango.
This is not a broadcasting service, but the amateur radio tuning signals during disasters. May 2018. Hailstorms were wreaking havoc in the northern parts of India. To take a stock of the situation, the ham radio operator in New Delhi tuned to the radio and voila, he was instantly connected to the ham in Chandigarh.
This is Victor uniform 2, Mike uniform Echo at New Delhi. Over.
Roger, my call is Victor uniform number 2, Zulu Alpha. And my QTH is Chandigarh.
And during the recent storm that was in the North India,
I've seen many casualties taking place in
is there any heavy damage in your location in Chandigarh area? But I would like to know the situation there.
View to Mike United Echo, view to Zulu Alpha returning. No major damage in this area. Fortunately, not much damage.
Thank you very much. 73. View to Zulu Alpha at Chandigarh. This is Victor uniform 2, Mike uniform Echo at New Delhi. Clear. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Constant breakthroughs in communication technologies have been instrumental in connecting the world through more than many ways. This includes cellular services, internet, audio-visual mediums, wireless systems, chat apps, and many more. But often when sudden disasters such as earthquakes, tsunamis, floods, or landslides strike, our communication systems are known to fail along with other basic infrastructure, disrupting communication with the affected regions. Lack of communication and information considerably delays rescue operations, rising the toll. Under such drastic situations, when all technologies fail, and which demands establishing intercommunication, one age-old technology is known to have: the wireless radio communication.
During tsunami that happened in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, during that large-scale disaster, the main communication to Andaman, mainland to Andaman, it failed because that time telephones were totally down, cell phone networks were down. So during that time, only through ham radio we communicated. A group of hams were there at Andaman and Nicobar Island, and we communicated from the mainland, from different parts of India, because there are people who went there as tourists, and there are some people who were working there. So their families approached the hams, asking for welfare about those people. And even the team of doctors who went to Andaman and Nicobar Island, when they required some medicines or some relief materials, they used to convey those information through hams only.
Man Ki Baat.
While you can listen to radio broadcasts, it lacks two-way exchange of information and hence do not qualify as communication.
मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, नमस्कार। मौसम बदल रहा है। इस बार गर्मी भी बहुत रही, लेकिन अच्छा हुआ कि वर्षा ऋतु समय पर अपने नक्शे कदम पर आगे बढ़ रहा है।
Radio communication systems are used by specialized government agencies such as police and armed forces. However, they are not allowed for the public use. Instead, ham or amateur radio operators are for the use of the common public. The term may sound novel to many, but ham or amateur radio operators are perhaps world's first social networkers dating back to nearly 116 years. Simply put, ham radio operators are a global community of licensed people who use radio frequencies assigned to the amateur radio service for two-way communication.
Hello, CQDX, CQDX. This is W6HX, W6 Hotel X-Ray, calling and standing by.
W6HX, W6HX, W6 Hotel X-Ray, Tango, Germany, Niner, 10 kilowatts.
Tango, Germany 9.
Ham radio operators leverage on different technologies to establish two-way radio communication across the globe using different advanced modes of digital communication, including voice and Morse code. And what is more, today they are able to do so without depending on any governmental or professional service providers.
इस स्पेक्ट्रम को कई भागों में बांटा गया है.
The spectrum has been divided into many parts, and few bands on the spectrum are used for radio waves. Few of these bands are used by police department. Few of the bands are used by pilots. They use these frequencies to communicate. Few parts of the spectrum are used by army. Similarly, few specialized bands are left for ham radio users. Through this medium, they communicate to different places using this specialized wavelength.
इस संचार प्रणाली के माध्यम से उन्हीं वेवलेंथ के थ्रू ये अपनी बातों को दूसरे जगह तक पहुंचाते हैं.
Ham radios have proved valuable in times of disaster, be it in the flash floods of Kedarnath, or in the earthquake in Nepal. Ham radios have been instrumental in quick exchange of information
The earthquake has been more devastating.
and aiding rescue operations.
Kathmandu is two nearby districts. One is called Gorkha.
Suppose the doctor needs a medicine from Delhi. Suppose the doctor is located at an earthquake affected area. If the doctor is a ham, means it is not necessary that the person who wants to be a ham should be only knowledgeable about electronics. Anybody from any profession can become a ham. Suppose the police official located there, posted there is a ham, and the doctor is also a ham. Suppose a small walkie-talkie. The police official, if he needs some information, help from the doctor, he can convey that message in ham frequency.
Requires a tetanus injection. He requires a tetanus injection. Roger.
So if a police official is a ham, a doctor is a ham, and some NGO who is suppose a relief agency who is working there, the officials also are hams. So we have a common frequency where we can communicate different type of urgent messages for third party. Frequency occupied. Calling CQ on 20.
A ham radio operator uses a device called high frequency transceiver, combined unit of radio transmitter and receiver. The high frequency transceiver can be tuned to different government allotted amateur radio frequencies. Different type of modulation techniques are used by ham, of which amplitude modulated single side band suppressed carrier voice transmission is the most common mode of communication. As with very low power, these devices can transmit across the world using an invisible layer in Earth's atmosphere, which is known as ionosphere. The ionosphere is a layer of charged particles which extends from an altitude of 90 kilometers to 600 kilometers. Different layers of the ionosphere transmits different frequencies to different distances, depending on the propagation condition at different time of the day, which depends on solar radiation. The HF transceiver produces frequencies in the range of 3 to 30 MHz and uses various modulation techniques. The HF transceiver is connected to an antenna which radiates the modulated radio frequency in the form of electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic waves containing voice or other digital text information or picture information are radiated all across at the speed of light. These information containing waves are further reflected by ionosphere, the atmospheric layer of charged particles, and the waves can reach any part of the world in no time.
When an inductor and capacitor is in parallelly arranged, it will produce we can change the frequency at what frequency it needs to oscillate, and if we connect an appropriate radiating device, that's called an antenna, so that energy would be transferred to radio waves. The electrons inside the metallic rod starts oscillating at that frequency, and as it starts radiating into the space in the form of electromagnetic wave. When the radio frequency is produced, once we press a button or when I say hello, it will be instantly radiated everywhere.
Just as the aircrafts and ships are identified using a call sign, hams are identified using the unique radio call sign assigned to them by the government.
This is Victor United number 2 Mike United Echo. Victor United 2 Mike United Echo.
VU2 Mike Uniform Echo.
In India, the call signs of hams start with the prefix VU2 and VU3.
Victor Uniform 2 Alpha Tango Nancy. This is Victor Uniform 2 Mike Uniform Echo.
Roger, my call is...
Hams use phonetic while pronouncing their call sign so that the call signs can be correctly copied. For example, a call sign link VU3MSY would be pronounced as Victor Uniform 3 Mike Sierra Yankee. Hams need to remember the internationally allotted standard phonetics.
Victor Uniform 2 Zulu Zulu Alpha. This is Victor Uniform 2 Mike Uniform Echo. This is Victor Uniform 2 Mike Uniform Echo. Do you copy?
Victor United number 2 Mike United Echo. This is Victor United number 2 Zulu Zulu Alpha returning.
सोमवार से शुक्रवार दोपहर 1 बजे
सिर्फ डीडी नेशनल पर। These are frequencies like very high frequency, that is VHF. And ultra high frequency is UHF. Which are used by hams for line of sight communication using small handheld two-way radios, popularly known as walkie-talkies.
VU3 Sierra Fox Fox. This is Victor Uniform 2 Mike Uniform Echo. Do you copy me?
This is VU3 FFF. Any station copying? Over.
VU3 Sierra Fox Fox.
The line of sight communication depends on the height of the radio antenna, as these signals are not reflected by ionosphere.
I'll give you a call after 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes maybe. So yeah, 73 is for now.
So in open space, without obstructions, depending on the height of the antenna. So During disasters, a ham operator can carry his small set to the affected region and start transmitting information, which can be used by the rescue operators to reach the affected regions with relief aids.
In between, I'm not getting a phone signal. That's why I'm on radio. Come again.
We hope everything is fine at your location. Do you have any message? VU3 Sierra Foxtrot, this is due to Mike Uniform Echo.
VU2 MOE, VU3 SFF. Yes, I'm trying to get my coordinates. I'm not sure where I am. I'm just sitting under a tree.
Okay, I got it. I'm waiting for your longitude latitude information, Sudeep.
Many ham radio satellites, जो orbiting satellites होता है low Earth orbit, मतलब around 400 to 800 kilometer altitude पे वो घूमते रहते हैं at a speed of about 20 to 25,000 kilometer per hour. Suppose I am at Uttarakhand at a remote area and I am stuck up there due to some emergency situation. If I know the path of that satellite, I can beam the antenna to that satellite, and that because that satellite has a footprint. So it will cover about 1,500 to 2,000 kilometer area. So my signal from Uttarakhand will come through this two-way radio, जो line of sight होता है मतलब short distance, that can come through that satellite. Even the signal may reach to 2,000 kilometer. So I don't need to depend on some cell phone network for that.
To become a ham operator, one needs to qualify the Amateur Wireless Telegraph Operator's Licensing Examination conducted by the Wireless Planning and Coordination Wing of the Ministry of Communications and Information Technology.
Ham radio को allocated frequencies दिए होते हैं, उस frequencies पे आप किसी भी समय किसी भी world में आप बात कर सकते हो. There is no restriction to it and you can continue with it.
The theoretical and practical exams are based on prescribed syllabus comprising radio, electronics, Morse code communication and amateur radio rules and regulations.
Diamond.
Cancer. German.
Individuals can apply for 2 grades of licenses: restricted grade, general grade.
Training is like
I trained a class about ham radio. What is ham radio? There are 3 portions to taking these classes. One is technical, second, rules and regulations, and the third one is Morse code. One can only be eligible to appear for exam if he or she is thoroughly trained in all 3 domains. WPC conducts these exams. After clearing the exam, the monitoring station issues passing certificates. License is given after a thorough verification. After only, they can buy their wireless sets and become eligible to use the given radio bands.
Set खरीद के ये लोग बैंड पे आ जाते हैं और फिर वो बात करते हैं throughout the world.
The exam fee for both the grades of license is ₹100, which is to be paid through bharatkosh.gov.in portal. After the candidate is declared successful in the exam, candidate need to pay a lifetime license fee of ₹2,000 through the bharatkosh.gov.in and apply for the license too. The Assistant Wireless Advisor, WPC Wing, COP, Amateur Section, Ministry of Communication and IT, Sanchar Bhavan 6th floor, 20 Ashok Road, Parliament Street, New Delhi 110001. For details and study material for licensing examination, anybody can contact Sandeep Barua, Vigyan Prasar, C24, ASCI Building, Qutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. Following successful qualification of the exam, one is entitled to apply for the license at a nominal fee. Then comes the most exciting part: going on air. For this, one needs to assemble a small kit containing various equipment, such as radio frequency device, small Morse code transmitter, and wave meter to measure the frequency of the wave generated. A crucial point is that the operator needs to ascertain that he or she sticks to the frequencies allotted by the government. Assembling a kit can be a tedious task for a novice, especially while sticking to a limited budget. Offering solution to this challenge is Hyderabad's Ham Ashar Farhan. Usher is an expert at making low-cost radio devices. While he started this venture to help the hams, slowly this workshop has grown to be an NGO, proving employment opportunities to women. Devices made by Usher are popular both in national and international markets.
So this is